are pretty new, but if you dig, I'm vegan food. Welcome over to my work, I'll have them cook you something that you really love. Cause I like you, yeah I like you, and I'm feeling so bohemian like you. Yeah I like you, yeah I like you, and I feel wow. That guy just hanging at your pad. He's looking kinda, yeah, you broke up, that's too bad. I guess it's fair if he always pays the rent and he doesn't get mad about sleeping on the couch when I'm there. Cause I like you, yeah I like you, and I'm feeling so bohemian like you. Yeah I like you, yeah I like you, and I feel wow. And I'm feeling so bohemian like you. It's you that I want, so please. Just a casual, easy thing. It is for me. And I like you, yeah I like you. And I like you, 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 I like you. And I feel, wow, woo!
Well. Bit lazy this morning. Where the fuck is everybody? How? We got 11 people. Chantel, good to see you're awake. Must be, what's time there? About 6? About 6? Well, that's good. It's been a little while since I've been on here. Indeed. Now, I've got a little bit of a PowerPoint presentation, which might be a bit early in the morning for most people, which it seems to be. What day is it? It's Saturday morning. We've got 9 people. That's kind of low even for me, but it doesn't matter. People can have a look later on. We're not after huge numbers. 637. Constantine. Yeah, mate, you got to go for 3 chord progs. 145. Mate. Thought you'd be out drinking still, concentrating, out stoned or something at a club somewhere. Actually, I've got my kids are going to see AC/DC. I've got to work out. I think I'm going to take my son down to Germany and down there, and we're going to go. And my daughter's going to Ireland to see them. Looking a bit old for me, unfortunately, but, you know, I'm sure it'll be a good gig. So what are we doing today? Well, I was fucking having a drive home, as you do, and I was listening to, there's a couple of things that happened. One, Jonathan, I thought I heard him on FCC say that somebody had contacted him, his work, and that he lost his job or something. And FCC ended his stream, and I went over to Jilly's, and Jilly was, what do you call it, fish tanking FCC. So that same conversation came up. Oh, 3 chords, yeah, mate. You 3 chords, you can play bloody anything. Oh, excuse me. No, you made me lose my train of thought. Someone kicked Constantine. Oh, fuck, he'll go anyway, isn't he? You don't have to do that. Don't you have to... you got to add him as a moderator everywhere, don't you? Otherwise he fucking leaves. So the story goes. Who is Jonathan? Well, Jonathan, Jonathan being Jonathan, our friendly neighbour who's gay, who seems to the only gay in the village, who seems to have some odd ideas about things in general. But anyway, this takes me back a week, because it was about a week ago. I heard Tommy was up on Locks, and Locke seemed to be a bit defensive of him. Hang on, my fucking clothes dryer's making shit load of noise in the background. Can you hear it? Stand up. It's a woman that stands there and flaps the clothes around. Yeah, and up on, it was this with this AhNoyed situation where, Tommy was moralizing about, you got to be real, AhNoyed, tell everyone about what your history is and what how you are. We're being real here, aren't we? So, let's tell everyone, let's get it all out there. And I fucking remembered back in time when he was going around telling everyone that he had no history of domestic violence in his record, and he'd never been charged with anything, never been convicted of anything, how he could never get a gun license if he had any domestic violence in his history, and so on. And I remembered I'd seen something recently, and I think it must have come off Blue's channel, and Jenny T sent me a link, and it didn't. It was from Blue's, and Blue being a bit blue, of course, it got dismissed straight away without even being played as, oh, that's from Blue, so that's got no credibility whatsoever. Which, she seems a bit obsessive with him, but basically all this was a series of clips of Tommy denying flat out that he ever had any domestic violence in his history, which was kind of fucking interesting. And I was told, show some evidence, or shut the fuck up, because that's pretty strong allegations. So here we are. Okay, who else is here? Three going Twomper. Is that a real one or not? General Sea Monkey. Yes, I think Chantel needs to go on a fucking lap. She's not very, obviously, the brightest spark in the pond. So, I know you've all missed my, my PowerPoints. So here we go. A little bit of a refresher course. Excuse me. As we remember, we have a host and an organisation. In this case, it's Tommy and his organisation. Tommy in the middle, he's the middleman. The dark blue belt is the wrench belt. And then the light blue belt are the people that just sort of hang around and watch the chat and really don't, aren't that concerned, just support whatever the organisation is. But here we've got there's a couple of examples of what happens when the wrench belt gets wound up, when Tommy accuses somebody of doing something nasty against the organisation or personally against him. And this was a situation where he created a lie that Jason Casey had been sending emails about how he was trying to trick him into getting arrested by the police by challenging him to a fight. which is something which never happened. It was Tommy that challenged Jason to the fight. But of course, Tommy had got messages that it was all a setup with the sole purpose of getting Tommy arrested. And some of the responses from his wrenches, J Faz, what a scumbag, KR, plan failed. KR, also, I will fight Jason, the bitch boy. Live for my babies. My gut has always been right about people, and that motherfucker got under my radar. Parad Yakko, also, fuck Jason, dude. Full tooth Ed, Jason flip-flops. Lolly, I'll stand behind you. Tommy, hearts in the chat. Mel, wow, these people get a life. And F. Austin, they need to get arrested and prosecuted. So this is the game he does. He'll make some fucking outlandish statement against a person and then get his little team of supporters, rightfully so. You know, they're trying to protect him because they believe in him and they believe in the organisation and what it's trying to do. And they're under the misapprehension that he's actually telling the truth. Now, funnily enough, excuse me, what happened was two of his old wrench belt boys in Damone and AhNoyed came into focus, and Tommy went on the attack as he does. I'll leave Damone out of this one, but you can see how we've all seen how the wrench belt turned on those two. I think threatened, all sorts of threats were being made against both of those people. But I thought that this is the interesting thing, and the point that I wanted to raise on Locks last week, I think it was. And I'm going to play a little bit. This is the way that it progressed. We had AhNoyed question some of Tommy's behaviours. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what they were, but he was, talking about some of his methods and maybe that he wasn't doing exactly the right sort of most effective job and so on. And Tommy spat the dummy and he attacked the man as he always does. He didn't actually address the issues. He just goes for the person. And he started revealing AhNoyd's got some history of domestic violence, which obviously for his own reasons would prefer to keep out of the public eye, which is understandable. We'll leave judgment on that. This is more a question of hypocrisy rather than anything to do with AhNoyed. But Tommy was fucking up there pontificating, and he's done it a few times on his own bloody chit-chats, but also up on Locke's panel about, let's keep it real, let's keep it 100%. People need to know what this guy's history is, he's not what he seems to be, and let's all tell the truth, and let's all be 100% real. So, Tommy was on one of his kicks of, I'm honest, I'm always open. I'm trying to improve myself. I just want to be a better person, So why can't AhNoyed be more like me and just tell people, about these criminal fucking history, which was, something that got me annoyed. It got me annoyed. So let's take a step back, shall we? So we remember when Tommy denied for months and months and months that he had domestic violence charges, which is kind of interesting when you look at it in the context of, just drop that down. You look at that in the context of this fucking be real bullshit that he's, saying about AhNoyed. So I'm just going to play this now. This is a recording. This is from Colorado Predcatcher Drama, and it's from a video called The Troubled Past of Thomas Fellows. And there's probably about 5 minutes worth of clips in here, which is kind of interesting.
record. I got 19 things on my record, guys. My record is not squeaky clean, but they are all traffic. Okay? All traffic. I was surprised I didn't have no criminal on there because I've been in a couple fist fights at the bar and shit like that, and I went to jail. But I remember doing like some classes and shit, so I guess I got erased. But I have never in my life ever been convicted of anything. My worst thing you guys are going to see on there, if you check me out, it's funny. It says it's something about taking wildlife without a permit. That's the worst thing, and it was fishing without a license. Guys, honestly, I think we're growing so fast and so big that people are just their haters are trying to shut me down. So I'm just going to be honest and tell you guys everything, the truth. It doesn't matter. You guys want to know something, just ask me. If you want to know about my record, just ask me. We're a team, guys. You know what I mean? We're a team. You guys, whatever you want to know. Again, guys, you can look up my record. Blondie says, because she looked it up. We looked it up before. And she's like, damn, you got a lot of tickets. Like, they're all speeding tickets. One I have is taking wildlife without a permit. And she's like, well, what is that one? While I was fishing without a fishing license. Cuff me up, take me to jail. I'm a criminal. Everybody knows you can look up public.
So all that he's got is stealing a fucking fish. These are all from his chit-chats, okay? Can't read the date on that.
Record and public record. You want to have a look at my record? It's interesting, but there's nothing bad ever.
Nothing bad.
So, yeah, I appreciate that. And true, guys, like if I was that bad of a person, I'd have some kind of record. You know what I mean? Oh, isn't Pimpin' Jay the one that says I have a record for beating girls? I've never been arrested for hitting no girl. Is that the one you're talking about? The one that said I have a record for hitting girls when he's talking shit in another chat? Oh my god, people are crazy. Making up shit.
Making up shit. Let's just go through that one again.
Oh, isn't Pimpin' Jay the one that says I have a record for beating girls? I've never been arrested for hitting no girl. Is that the one you're talking about? The one that said I have a record for hitting girls when he's talking shit in another chat? Oh my god, people are crazy. Making up shit. Everybody can see my record, so obviously he's making up shit. There's too many people out there that are not catchers that are just getting away with, bullying people, threatening people. Hey, if you don't do what I like, I'm going to threaten you, And they do it to females, you guys. They do it to single females is what I've noticed. The trend is they're doing it to single females. And you're a real badass if you threaten a single female. You're a badass. Let me tell you how badass you are. That's just as badass as a 40-year-old man telling a 13-year-old girl how badass he is, too. Just saying. To me, you're all predators. You're a different kind of predator. Mountain Dew has an alcohol drink now? Yeah, they do. They do. Or, wait. Maybe I'm thinking something else. I think I did know that. Bill has angels, though. Yeah, those poor angels. And then, not bad people either. And honestly, Bill's angels, like, I was good with them until they weren't good with me. It's so weird how people that don't like me, why they don't like me. It all stems to the same 5 fucking people, right? The same 5 fucking people. The Blackberry White Claw Surge. Oh my god, so good. I had a Surge, I didn't like it, but I didn't have the Black Cherry. Black Cherry is my favorite, so Mountain Dew seltzer. Says the guy who committed domestic violence against his first wife. Prove that. Why don't you prove that?
Okay, here's someone's put in. She might have been Jen A. I think's put this in chat, which says the guy who committed domestic violence against his first wife. Okay, now this is the same fucker that was up on Locke's channel going, oh, be 100% real, tell the truth, and oh, come on, what's the matter with you? Are we gonna fucking do this? Let's be real.
Says the guy who committed domestic violence against his first wife. Prove that. Why don't you prove that? Show me that. Show me that. Who was that? Hey, show me that. Who was that? Oh, you're gonna hide yourselves. Says the guy who committed domestic violence against his wife. Show me that.
Show me that. Okay, it was shown.
Oh, you can't, right? You can't because you don't got evidence because it's not there. Show me that.
So this lying cunt. I mean, this is the thing about, for all of his, okay, yeah, he's a smooth talker and he's like a salesman. He fucking manages people's expectations and he projects an image. But this kind of fucking outright lie, particularly when he's grandstanding about other people's fucking domestic violence and then, not being truthful about their past. And we've got him going,
Hey, show me that. Who was that? Oh, you're going to hide yourselves. Says the guy who committed domestic violence against his wife. Show me that. Show me that.
It was shown, fucker.
Oh, you can't, right? You can't because you don't got evidence because it's not there.
It's not there. So has this fucker forgotten about it at this point in time? Had he forgotten that he had domestic violence charges in his fucking past? A momentary lapse of fucking judgment? I don't think so. I just think you're a fucking liar and a manipulator that just happens to catch child predators.
How people say that shit with no evidence because everybody has searched my background and found what I've done. I am a thief. I stole a fish out of a pond. I broke into a Christmas tree shop when I was 16, 17. You know what I mean? Or a fruit shop. Or you both. You know what I mean? I was a real criminal, guys. The police were telling us when we were in jail, Santa Claus isn't coming to you guys. You guys were bad. But supposedly I stole speakers and gold and all this other shit. Show me where I've ever committed a domestic violence against any woman, you scumbag. Making up shit. I'm a bad boy. I did. I stole a fish. And I threw my...
Tries to belittle it and turn it into just a fish. Let's just fucking listen to that once more for those that fucking missed it.
And gold and all this other shit. Show me where I've ever committed a domestic violence against any woman, you scumbag. Making up shit. I'm a bad boy. I did. I stole a fish. And I threw my poles in the water because I didn't think he saw me fishing, but he was watching me with binoculars from quite far away. So he said, not only are you getting a ticket, but you lost your fishing pole and your tackle box because I watched you throw it in the water.
Poor Tommy lost the fish. How unjust was that? He lost the fish and his fishing tackle for, just a small misdemeanor thing like that. Obviously, he was a youngster. But no domestic violence stuff at all, anybody. Keep it 100% real.
I really drink too. How'd Tommy get a concealed How did I get... Oh, I don't have a concealed carry permit, Cooley. I don't have one. That's the problem. I don't have one. You guys know you cannot get a concealed permit if you beat your wife? Do you know that? Do you know that?
Well, apparently
I don't
you
have
can.
A concealed carry permit, Cooley. I don't have one. That's the problem. I don't have one. You guys...
Well, I don't think he's got one at the moment, has he? After he thumped lock. I suspect he hasn't.
No, you cannot get a concealed permit if you beat your wife. Do you know that? Do you know that? I talked to Ed's ex-wife today. Wow. Can you ever call me? Can you have Ed's ex-wife call me, please? I would appreciate that. Take a little trip. Take a little trip with me. Take a little trip. Take a little trip and see. And that's me. Who wants to take the trip?
He's showing his concealed carry permit
Take a little trip to the AZ.
as evidence that he obviously...
So take your bullshit somewhere.
He obviously doesn't have any DV violence in his background because he couldn't get a concealed carry permit with a DV. Maybe there's statute of limitations on it. Who knows? Maybe they didn't do an interstate check. Who knows? Anyway, but he's still trying to pass off that he doesn't have any domestic violence history on his record. This is the same guy that was up there on Locke's fucking panel the other day telling everyone to be real, telling AhNoyed to be real and, just tell everyone about your history.
Take a little trip to the AZ side. Yeah, so take your bullshit somewhere else. Take your drama to your drama channels, okay? Today we are CPP 3.0. I told you it was coming. It was coming soon. Told you it was coming. Love to see you here, Cooley. I appreciate you. Cooley, we are the bad boys, though. We are the bad boys. I love it. Cooley's like, dude, stop worrying about that. We are. Like, we take that shit, right? We'll take it. We have open carry in Colorado? Yeah, we do. But I still have bald head in that pic. I got bald head right now. I'm always bald, Alyssa. You know that. Come on now, you know that. Everyone know that. Keep the drama for your mama, just not my mama, okay? Covering his address like we all don't know. You know what I mean? Like, what? Everybody knows my address, I know. White Claw Tommy is the best Tommy. Your uncle wouldn't do you dirty, would he? No. I mean, at the same time, though, like, if somebody came and offered cash, he probably... I mean, business is business, right? Yeah, I understand that. But I don't think so. We made a deal, I think.
Yeah, so this was about the time when he was buying his
I know what you mean.
buying his flat, and he's saying something.
I don't get what you're talking about, but yeah, gotta run. Tom, thanks again for everything in your time this morning.
Yeah, he starts alluding to that he wouldn't be able to get a loan if he's got a history of any sort of domestic or family violence in his background. So again, he's trying to use this as a see, I haven't got any. I mean, it's just fucking months and months he was just lying.
All right, Damone, have a good day. Love that family, brother. That was great. It was great. It was once a week. I think so. I enjoyed it, but I would need to get we'd have to get some people to turn in some questions, and then I would have to look at the answers because I don't know them all. But you guys were doing it. He'd give me a heads up for sure. Yeah. He's frustrated. I get it. So we've been talking about this house thing for like 6 months, but it was never serious. And then he kept, somebody come try to buy it, and then they didn't get approved. So he was telling me the park is super hard to get into. I think as long as you don't have felonies or child crimes, you get in, or any domestic violences, or any, gun charges.
See that? He wouldn't have been able to get into the park if he had any domestic violence charges, ladies and gentlemen.
Any violent crimes, so things like that. So 6 months.
Just listen to that again.
But it was never serious. And then he kept, somebody come try to buy it, and then they didn't get approved. So he was telling me the park is super hard to get into. I think as long as you don't have felonies or child crimes, you get in, or any domestic violences, or any, gun charges, any violent crimes, so things like that. So you guys are going to see me get approved, and everybody's going to be like, how did he get approved with all those domestic violences and those assault charges and stuff,
I mean, why lie about a fucking thing like that? It's like, well, I mean, I can see where it might be fucking embarrassing and you probably don't want it, but as it happened and people did find out, people went and had a look at him, and there it was, his domestic violence charges and convictions. And this is the same fucker that goes up there and so fucking tells people to be 100% real, and why not just face your past? AhNoyed, why don't you just tell everybody what you've done? Keep it real. People need to know what kind of a person you are.
Those assault charges and stuff,
I seem to recall him saying, I fessed up to mine. I'm sure on Look somewhere, if you go back and have a listen to that, he was going, I'd said that I had mine. It was like, yeah, you did after fucking 12 months of denying it, and someone fucking finally got it and stuck it in front of your face.
We got some good news today. Did not, Todd, but I didn't look, so I'll have to take it out. But I got some good news. I did look at it. I didn't see that. I'll have to check my spam. We were approved for the house. So for all the trolls out there, we no longer are going to be considered Daddy's basement catcher. All right? We got approved for the house. Super, super great. I actually wanted to put a post up, so today when I had to go sign
I bet his dad's still guarantor for his fucking loan.
Papers, and pretty much you got to sign for your background check. And I wanted to put up there the paper that says what will disqualify you. It's like, felonies, any misdemeanors, any assaults, any domestic violences, any
See, it's going again. It's like if I had domestic violence in my background, I wouldn't have gotten this loan. It's like such a fucking unbelievable amount of effort he's gone into to try and deny it.
And I wanted to put up there the paper that says what will disqualify you. You know, it's like, felonies, any misdemeanors, any assaults, any domestic violences, any, crimes against children, anything like that. Not only that, you had to have good credit. People have done countless background checks on me. Trust me. Everybody knows every single thing I've done from taking wildlife without a permit all the way up to, I don't remember what the last one would be, but I'm just saying, and even people that looked up my background added shit to my background that never even happened. So it's false. But yeah, I know of a bad wrestling coach. Well, I know of bad football coaches too. That is true. I had to do fingerprints, bro. I had to do like a full-blown fingerprint test. And with all my domestic violences, I still got to be a coach. Are you guys allowed to conceal carry? We sure are. With all those domestic violences and stuff, I hide those. I got the sheriffs working for me. I got the FBI working for me. I got it all.
He's such a fucking asshole. It's like going through. I mean, I remember listening to this shit thinking, oh, well, he must be telling the truth. But, obviously he wasn't. I don't know how the guy fucking sleeps at night, to tell you the truth. Fucking listen to that again.
Are you guys allowed to conceal carry? We sure are. With all those domestic violences and stuff, I hide those. I got the sheriffs working for me. I got the FBI working for me. I got it all. Gangsta T, baby. Not only have I had to do background checks to be a coach for football, I had to do fingerprints. I got my concealed carry, and I purchased 4 guns. So definitely doing all right.
Sure, yeah.
But they got that FBI guy that knows how I'm doing this. I'm a master criminal. Dun 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 dun. Seriously. And I do understand. I have put my life on the internet for everybody to see. I've had every background check in the world done on me, and people know. But I also have put my whole life on the internet, and so it's pretty easy to see the bullshit. But they still be doing it. Go ahead, Tommy. I did have one question for you. All right.
Now this is funny. This is a Tommy panel, and Cam comes up and asks him about his, I think, contributing to the delinquency of a minor charge, and he gets fucking kicked. Inconvenient question.
And so it's pretty easy to see the bullshit. But they still be doing it. Go ahead, Tommy. I did have one question for you, all right? What's that? Please don't kick me. Just answer it honestly. I'll answer it honestly. Go ahead. Okay. What was the charge that you got charged with back for delinquency of a minor? What was I never got charged for delinquency of a minor. You're lying.
You're lying. He wasn't lying, was he?
Man's making it right. You guys, I'm pretty boring. Anybody can do a background check on me. Thomas Ray Fellows, 9781. I've lived in Connecticut, Arizona, and Colorado. It's pretty simple. And when you read it, you're going to be like, what the fuck? Never, ever, ever had a drug charge. Never, ever had a bad charge. Like crazy shit. Never. None of this shit they're saying. Never. You can look up yourself. They made me believe I had a domestic violence. Because again, at this time, it was like 11 years ago, or 12 years ago, or whatever it is now. But I knew I didn't have a domestic violence assault. I knew I didn't. And then I knew I didn't have a
He knew he didn't have one, but he fucking did. And he has. And he knew that he fucking had. It's just the ease that this guy lies is it's quite staggering. I think that's, it's obviously one of them. People call him sheep and so on, but it's like, I thought he's supported sheep, but he's very effective at what he does. Anyway, there's I'm sure other people would. This if I could be fucked, I'd show the charges, but I think we've been through there. We all know that he has domestic violence charges and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. So, you know, it's been this video is, like I said, it's on Colorado Pred Catcher Drama, and it's called The Troubled Past of Thomas Fellows. So, yeah, it's worth going and have a listen to, and it shows all of his charges and so on at the same time. So that's Tommy the fake fucker. So that was what I wanted to play the other day on Locks when I confronted him about him denying it, that he had those charges for months and months and months and months, and Locke was unwilling to show that up there because it was from a blue channel, which is fair enough. He didn't want to get struck, but they were also saying that, oh no, it's blue, so it's, you know, there's no credibility in that information. And it's like, well, there is credibility because it's just recordings of Tommy saying it. There's nothing doctored about it. It's just Tommy telling bullshit. So interesting for me. Now, fucking another one today. Fake fuckers Jonathan. Now, I heard this on FCC's on it while I was driving home, and then I sort of heard it replayed on Jilly's channel. And I thought Jonathan said that somebody from the community had allegedly contacted his job. And he was a bit, and there was a sort of, the takeout that I got from that was that he'd lost his job. And I could be wrong here. I might have misunderstood it. And I think he said he'd lost it on the back of failing or their social media policies, of the company's social media policies, and they dismissed him. But I could be wrong with that. But before it got to that point, it was, I think someone had asked him, well, why do you think someone would have contacted your job, Jonathan? Why do you think someone could be so annoyed with you that, you know, it was fairly foreseeable, even though it's wrong? You know, it's pretty obvious that if you do enough shit, people are going to start fucking with you. And one of the things that his go-to was, oh, I don't know, you know, I'm not really sure why they would do that. I'm thinking, really? After all the shit that you've done and people have said, you've said about people, and the feedback that people have given you, you still haven't really got an idea of why people might be so annoyed with you that they want to ring your work. And one of the things that he seemed to be going to was homophobia. But he said something like there was no evidence of that. So he thinks that people are picking on him because he's gay and ringing his work because he's gay, was sort of where he wanted to go with it. It was a poor me card. And I just sort of maybe help him out a little bit. I mean, it's a shame Ray's not here actually to... because Ray's got some pretty strong views on Jonathan, I believe. So Jonathan, let's go back a bit. So if we remember when, let's just go back a little bit in time, Jonathan. Jonathan accused a catcher of raping an acquaintance of his for revenge. You remember that, Jonathan? You made up a story that somebody raped somebody that you knew, and you doubled down on it, and you were prepared to fucking provide evidence on the back of that. You've got some bloody controversial stances on whether or not catchers are targeting gays. It's like, who gives a fuck, you know, if they're bloody gay predators or straight predators. It doesn't make any fucking difference, does it? A predator's a bloody predator, whether there's sexuality. And most of the catchers, I think the point, well, one of the points is that most of the catchers are male, so they're looking for male on male. Well, they're acting as male decoys, so obviously they're catching gays, but there seems to be a fuck of a lot of them out there anyway. You also got some controversial stances on trans kids and, how suitable that is and, ages of when it's suitable to intervene, how young a kid has a sense of gender identity, which is, let's face it, at best a theory and a very fucking poor one. Another thing that you did was you contacted Tommy's kids. Do you remember that? Or Tommy's kid, which seemed like just a flex basically to annoy Tommy more so that, he's gay, let's make him gay, I'm going to help him. I think you did that more of a bloody spite thing than for any benefit of the child or the young man. And there's all that nonsense about the border from last year with your changing story, which was a little bit suspect. So there's plenty of reasons why I can imagine why people would want to fuck with you and sort of question you. Why are you here? I mean, why are any of us here? But, it seems to be that you've got some sort of pro-LGBTQ agenda, which seems to sit higher than protecting children against pedophiles. And when push comes to shove. But my question is, I don't know, did anybody else hear what Jonathan said and about losing his job? Did I misunderstand that? G'day, Eric. Kim. Should say a few of those. Tommy Boy. Drone. Thar. Cole. Eloy. Philemon. Chantel. Who's the other fucking lad? Section. AhNoyed. Yeah, it's funny. AhNoyed seems to have taken, taken ownership of his past and moved on. It's like I've never heard him deny it when it was put out there. He didn't deny it. He stepped into it, then admitted it and explained it and his perspective. Whereas Tommy, for fucking at least 12 months there, was denying that he even had any fucking DB in his background. Well, that's because he's a weak man. So somebody help me out here. Has anyone heard about this, Jonathan? Has Jonathan, did he lose his job, or have I picked up the wrong end of that stick? Jesus, people, stop fucking talking amongst yourselves, will you? And it's not a social thing. I'm trying to reach something important here. Laura's here. Hello, Laura. Fucking the early birds are up. Because, I mean, I wouldn't believe Jonathan, based on his track record of, he likes sympathy and poor me stuff. And I'd fucking seriously doubt that he's lost his job because somebody rang from the community and said, oh, he's a pedophile. I can see him having a meltdown at work and fucking getting kicked for numerous other reasons, but, it's pretty hard to dismiss a person based on, their actions on social media unless he's, put something blatant out there which brings his country and company into disrepute. Creeps of YouTube. Did I see Gomez in here before? You still got me fucking blocked, Gomez, you pussy. Well, fucking none of you lot have got any information, have you? You're moving the wrong circles. And what was bloody Juniper had a meltdown? Did she? That seemed like a. Well, I mean, I must admit, I heard Jilly's side of the story. It sounded like Juniper saw a dox when there wasn't a dox and turned it into a whole dox of her whole family and bloodline and vowed revenge. Was that a massive conclusion leap? You should be on Gomez's radar. If you go on Gomez's radar, all he does is he blocks you so you can't comment. So no, fuck it. You people are fucking hopeless. It's like I'm here trying to get some information and some updates, and you know, there's nothing. There's nothing coming out. I've heard that Juniper was making death threats against people for a dox that happened in comments that nobody knew was a dox, but she just picked up the name and then told everybody about it. Fucking Americans. I think it's pinned, I think. Did I pin it? I thought in my YouTube God status, I thought I pinned it. Yeah, I did. I fucking pinned it. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not going to let you out. Well, there's a slide anyways. Brought to you by Windows 95. I thought I needed one. Just to let you know that it's still alive and useful. Well, I don't know how to remove it. You're going to come up and talk about the ducks to the left, to the right. Young Tommy. You sound like you're in the submarine I was in before.
Is my mic really bad? Hold on, let me take off my headphones and put them back on.
Was that your coffee maker?
No, there was a plane right over Amsterdam.
Morning, Harper.
Is that better?
Missy won't come in here, Eloy.
Is that better?
Yeah, mate, that's better, yeah.
So, we're just getting out of the gym, so it's going to be a little bit loud. Maybe I was going to get one bike. But I watched a bit of that Jilly stream, and, like, you know, I guess I was a bit in trouble for it because I made that video of a clown stream, which apparently was where the doxes went in, and I didn't know, you know, and you know all my videos have, like, the live chat replay on them, right? And apparently the dox was in there, so I'd just gone out for that 6 o'clock Euros game yesterday, and then got an IG DM from her saying that there's like her nephew was doxed in there or something like that. So I ran back home, took it down, and edited it. And then she was like, when I was riding home, she was like, "Yeah, I'm live. If you can take it down." And so I was listening to her live, and she was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Yeah, they're fucking, you know, she's following my fucking kid on fucking, or my nephew on Snapchat and shit." And I'm like, what the fuck? And I even told this to Juniper. I was like, I was listening to her chat while I was editing the thing, or listening to her live while I was editing the video, right? And I was even skeptical. I was like, dude, how would she know that, right? Like, I think Juniper's kind of just freaking out, right? And Then somebody asks in chat, like, how do you know that? And she's like, Jilly wrote it in chat. And I'm like, well, I have the live chat replay. God, there's a lot of claims today. Jesus. So I go back and look at the live chat replay, and it is there. It is there. She says, oh, yeah, I saw that on Snapchat. Now, here's the thing, Telly. I watched, when I was getting up this morning, I watched, like, just a little bit of Jilly's stream. And, dude, it is weird. Like, I'm sorry, but that woman is clearly following the kid on Snapchat. She tries to cover it up like, oh, I was talking about Liam Neeson. But, dude, go watch her stream and notice what she cut out of the top of the screenshot. She just puts in there, it says something like, Liam was at the glory hole. And then she responds to the good guy saying, oh, yeah, I saw that on Snapchat. What's the comment above that she blocked out, that she cropped out? It's good guy saying, Jilly, is Jeffrey and Liam in your basement? And she knows she's been doxing the shit out of this Jeffrey guy, who is Juniper's brother, right? So Juniper is responding to good guy saying that, saying Jeffrey and Liam, and then saying fucking Liam's at a glory hole. And then she says, oh yeah, I saw that on Snapchat. So she cropped out the part where it's the tie back to, there's no tie to Liam Neeson. She cropped out the part where it was a direct tie back to Juniper and her brother, Jeffrey, and this other person, Liam, who's apparently the nephew. Mm-hmm. And then she LARPs it as, oh, I was just talking about Liam Neeson. And the thing is, dude, I had to ask around because obviously, I'm childless, but I'm childless, but I'm also childish. But I was like, dude, how many kids at 11 years old have fucking Snapchat, right? And everyone I talk to is like, no kids at 11 years old have Snapchat. And if you listen to Juniper's, she's like, yeah, I've told my brother that he shouldn't have Snapchat at that age. And so that further begs the notion that it's like, dude, do you truly believe that was a random comment for her to say, oh yeah, I saw that on Snapchat, when it's already super rare that a kid that age would have Snapchat?
Mate, I mean, to me, it Jilly's explanation to me sounded plausible. It sounded to me more like a wild fucking leap to a conclusion than. I mean, I just have a hard time believing that fucking people do that kind of shit. I guess that's where I come from.
Dude, bro, come on. The things you've seen on here, like
why would you follow a fucking kid on Snapchat though?
Dude,
I mean, I can understand them.
Why would I'm not white knighting for Juniper here. If anything, I'm white knighting for like the crazies on YouTube, dude. Why does she have a photo of the pizza shop that Juniper lives below or lives above?
Yeah,
bro, that's fucking weird. Why does Jilly know my mother's name, Telly?
Yeah.
This chick is weird, dude. She doesn't do anything with her life. She sits around and like looks people up on the internet, dude.
Hey, let's not start fucking picking on people for sitting around on the internet.
On the internet?
not having a laugh.
Hey, I just left the gym. I'm about to go get hammered with a bunch of British people.
Hey, did Holland play? Have they played yet?
Yeah, they played tonight. They got the late game. First, you got
Swiss
England. Yeah, England game at 6, and then Dutch got the night game. It's gonna be fucking.
It's gonna be crazy over there.
Yeah. They already got the riot police out and shit like that.
Be good to experience.
Yeah. I mean, dude, they go crazy just for like a Premier League game, like an Ajax game. Dude, they go for this Euros quarterfinals. It's gonna be nuts down here.
Yeah, so just back to this Jilly thing. Yeah, I mean, you're right. There's a level of I guess sending fucking secret messages to people that are surprised me. Like just say with that picture of the pizza place. I found that today, which sort of fucking surprised me at the level of fuckery that is, just purely as sending us a fucking subtle message that only the person who's the target will know about.
Right. And then keep in mind the other part. She cut out the bottom part. She cut out the town. Jilly cropped out the town that good guy said. So you got to like. What I'm trying to do is like she cut out the main context. The context being that good guy says the father's name, the child's name. Are they in your basement, Jilly? Jilly says, "Oh yeah," and then she says something. He says, "Child's at the glory hole." Jilly says, "Oh yeah, I saw that on Snapchat." Good guy says the location of where they live. And then you want to say, "Oh no, I was just talking about Liam Neeson." Come on, bruh. Come on. Like I'm not saying she's gonna do anything to that child, but like clearly you were talking about the child. Just fucking own it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not, I mean,
if you're gonna be a scumbag, just be a scumbag.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that certainly puts a different perspective on it.
That's just my perspective. I just think it was very much taken out. I don't think, like, granted, yeah, weird shit happens on the internet and people do weird things. I don't think Jilly's gonna go do something like that. I think she's just trying to be like edgy and try to get Juniper to fucking lose her shit. But
just fucking with her, isn't she?
Let's call spade a spade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She's just fucking with her for sure.
And it's working. Yeah.
At least that's my sentiment. That's. But I'm glad that it's definitely working. I'm on Gomez's radar now.
What was that?
I'm like a tourist, he said.
Who said that?
Gomez.
Fucking Gomez.
And then I'm getting paid. He said, I was just, when I was on that panel with Ryan, he said I was getting paid to be on that panel.
Oh, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah. He said that. He's like, you got
to dropped out.
to keep in mind, most of these people, this is how they're getting paid. This is how they're paying their. He said to somebody in chat, you got to keep in mind, this is how most of these people are paying their bills.
Gotta love Gomez. Everyone's on the fucking payroll, according to Gomez. We'll have to compare notes.
Wild. I can't believe it.
We'll have to compare notes. I want to know what rate you're on.
I know.
I don't want to be ripped off.
I was gonna DM you. I was gonna DM you and ask you what was that? What's that like GQHC? What's the thing that he thinks you're on?
GCHQ, UK Cyber Security.
GCHQ.
I made a Google email for that and an account.
See, that's why I love the internet. Is that right there? Just go along with it, you know. And the irony is that like he talks about me being a tourist, but anyone that lives in Europe to any American, it just means they live in the United Kingdom. They must be from Great Britain, you know, because that's the only other place outside of North America that isn't China or Russia is the UK.
Yeah.
Oh, so pray for me.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with the UK cyber security when I'm living in Sweden. It's funny. Actually, my phone rang.
I know.
I think someone's trying to track me down. I think I fucking shouldn't be admitting that my phone rang. It's happened a couple of times when I've gone live.
They got you bugged.
Yeah, I think it's an Irish number.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, I don't know if you've heard, there's like so much shit going on with WhatsApp right now. Like so many WhatsApp's been like infiltrated with fucking scammers.
Yeah, give a fuck. Order a pizza for me. I'll take pineapple on it.
And yes, everyone uses WhatsApp over here. You nerds. It's not weird. It's not weird. Everyone, you're a weirdo if you use iMessage.
No, it's fucking Germany.
It's not like
So, did you hear this Jonathan thing? Did you hear that about his work getting called and he'd lost his job?
no. So Cole, I was asking what stream it was, and Cole was saying it was last night, but I wasn't on Jilly's. I caught the first
No,
part of Jilly's.
it was FCC. It was on FCC's, but I don't know. I think I heard he definitely said his work had been called, but it seemed like people were taking out of it that he'd lost his job as well, and it was for breaking social media policy. But I mean, I could be getting that wrong. I mean, it didn't it sound like a really big leap to me.
I don't know, dude.
I mean, you know,
Jonathan, I hate to say it, like I don't want to, especially because I've been in that boat of your work being called. But unfortunately, you know, Jonathan, this is just my opinion, has cried wolf way too much. Anytime the shit gets heat on him, people are contacting his kids and are contacting his family, you know, and maybe every time it's the truth, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it is, but it just seems like anytime the heat gets on him, you know what I mean? It's like the worst fucking possible outcome. You know what I mean? It's just tough for me. So it's just tough for me to take it seriously unless somehow the entire community and all the scumbags in the community have this massive vendetta against him. You know what I mean? To like go to the nth degree every time shit hits the fan with him. I don't know. It's tough for me to say that.
Yeah, I think, I mean, because one of the things that, well, so you didn't hear it, but he said something, I think Locke or FCC, I said, well, why do you think they would have rung your work? And he's going, oh, you know, no, I don't really know. And he started to try to go down, it's maybe I was, you know, it's homophobia. It's
no,
he said that? You're a fucking asshole. He started he was trying to fucking go there, and Locke went, oh fuck, I'm gonna mute, he said. And he said, you think it's because you're fucking gay? That's it? And he well, there's no real evidence for that, he said, or something like that. But it was like, no mate, you're a cunt first and you're a fucking homosexual second. It's like, you know, but I tend to agree with you. I was thinking that, no, I don't, you know, it's like, yeah, he's always, his family's being rung and all this sort of stuff. I mean, they dump the same sort of stuff on you with, you know, saying, well, how, you know, is there any evidence that they called Tommy's work? And you think, well, there's no reason that I've got where I think that would be an unreasonable thing with you. I don't think that's something that you would lie about, but I think Jonathan would lie about shit like that just to get sympathy points.
Well, let me put it this way too: that if he's saying, and I haven't heard it, right? But if he's saying he got shit canned, right, and he got shit canned due to breaching of social media policy, dude, I don't want to sound, you know, empathetic. I don't know if that's correct use of word, but here. But is that if that's the case, then dude, then that would be your fault. I mean, I was on I was on somebody's stream and I was just arguing with Sam. I think I was on Warbot's stream and I was arguing with Sam, and we ended up talking about my work situation. And I was like, dude, Sam, you should know better than anyone. In corporate America, the company's trying to protect themselves more than anything. The company wasn't trying to like protect me. The company was trying to make sure I didn't breach internal cybersecurity policy. And then we have SEC, and then we said we have SEC policy, right? Like those are the only two things. And if I did breach those things, I don't know if I would have been fucking shit canned, but that would have been my fault. You know what I mean? Like, so if that's the case he's making, then it sounds like it's his fault for breaching policy.
Well, it's like if it's your own social media, like I was saying, you must have something on your, for example, Facebook, which is disparaging to the company. It's like they're really not going to have any views on, you know, you're gay and shit like that. They're not going to sack you for that. You've got to do something pretty damaging to the company's reputation. That's all that the company's worried about. Well, should be worried about.
Exactly. So yeah, that's, I don't know. That something's not adding up there for me.
Nah, it just. I mean, I could have got the wrong end of the stick too. Maybe he wasn't sacked. Maybe he was just investigated like you or something. But the impression that I got, and the impression others got, was that he had lost his job. But he's such a fucking emotional guy. I can see him going in and ranting about it. You know, if someone said, "Oh, we've had some phone calls about it," I could see him like losing it and being super disrespectful to the boss or something like that, and maybe getting shit canned for that. But
yeah, like flipping his shit inside like at the office or some shit. Yeah, exactly.
It's either that or because isn't he involved in some sort of investigative, like police records?
I don't know, dude. If you remember way back in the day, probably over a year ago now at this point, there was a lock stream that Ryan came up and he was like LARPing and he was acting like, and VCAP got hacked, and he was like trolling, and he like posted a community post acting like, "Oh, I don't know who did that," and it wasn't anything like nefarious. He was just trying to like troll the panel, and I was like, "No, there's no way it didn't happen like that," because I was just talking about. Yeah, I think you and I were talking about, like, I have to take, like, these things called Ningio. It's, like, cybersecurity training, essentially, just to know how to not, you know, like, scan certain QR codes and stuff like that. Or click certain links. And it wasn't adding up to me, and I was, like, calling Ryan out, and Jonathan was on that panel. And at that time, he mentioned that was the field he worked in, was some sort of cybersecurity. But then I've heard what you just said, that it was some sort of like third party
development stuff, for legal record sort of case handling stuff or something. I don't know, something like that. But
strange, yeah. But then I've also heard it was related to the Colorado government as well too. I don't know. I have no idea. And it's not like he's the one that talks about this. You and I are not talking about shit that we like dug up here. He's the one that's mentioned this stuff over the years.
G'day, Quantum Eric. How are you?
G'day. I'm pretty good. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Hey, Tommy boy.
Hey, Quantum.
Not much.
So he went live from Applebee's. Very American of you.
Right? Yeah, I was just messing around. I was like, oh, and I wanted to see how difficult or easy it would be to set it all up, and it's not actually that hard. So it was fun.
Now that I'm up on panel with you, you sound extremely Midwestern.
Midwestern?
Yeah, not that I want to dox your location.
Yeah, dox. Everyone in this doxing stuff.
But I can hear it. I can speak like it, because that's where my family came from. We're the Italian beefs, and the Chicago Bears, the Bears.
Oh boy.
Is that the Midwest around Chicago? Is it?
The Chicago Bears, yeah.
Aren't they all gangsters and sort of shoot each other around there?
No,
I'm very gangster.
Yeah, I got that impression.
Right? Come on.
Speaking of gangsters, has anyone seen Hoax lately? What's going on there?
I know.
No, but apparently, yeah. That's Julie's new theory, is that I have that I am bisexual. I can assure you, Julie, I am full on gay, and I am full on gay for Hoax. I am gay for Hoax, Julie. Please clip this and send it to Hoax. So you got it wrong. I'm not bisexual. Full on gay. Or very homo. No homo. And with that being said, I got to jump in the shower and go get ready for this football match.
Enjoy the football.
Yeah, go orange, short turkey. Go orange, short turkey.
Short turkey.
Long Swiss cheese, short tea. Those are the emojis that are going to be going on today. I'll drop them in chat when I.
So I wondered what that was about.
Funny.
Oh, you didn't get that, Telly? I thought you would be the one that got that. Jesus. Swiss cheese over greater than T, England, and then orange, Holland, greater than Turkey.
Yeah, I wasn't really concentrating.
You
I
got
see,
it. All right, cool.
I'm bisexual, but I'll never pay over $50.
Oh boy.
Jesus. All right,
Boom.
later, you nerds.
Later.
Boom.
Catch ya.
Oh boy.
Quantum Eric.
But yeah, speaking of hoax, whatever. He's been gone a while, and it is what it is. But I'm mad at him. He sort of ended up. He's part of how I ended up around here, and this place like kind of sucks you in, and then it's just a. Then I'm not allowed to like drama. I mean, not saying I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm not allowed, but I don't know. I don't know. Things are
Mate,
crazy.
I tried to warn you about coming over here.
You did. You
So it was a
did.
rabbit hole. Are you starting to understand all of the intricacies and who's up who and
Oh
who hasn't
yeah.
paid and
Oh yeah. I'm understanding a lot more lately. I'll just say that. I it's best to just keep to yourself is really the case, and I try to do that, but I don't know. I just more and more am thinking, wow, I need to just be really cautious. So, yeah.
indeed. So you're going to go live again soon?
I don't have good service where I'm at, so probably I don't.
Oh, yeah,
Not sure.
It's a
I
bit
can.
choppy, does it?
Yeah. Well, that and I feel like I might break up and stuff. I've went on a few live streams or joined them, and people say it's kind of. Am I coming in clear right now?
Yeah, your mic's a bit poppy, but are you on a phone?
I'm on a phone. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have have you got a laptop?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I tend to use mine because my phone does the same as what yours is doing. It for some reason just sort of pops and it's not very good audio.
Yeah, but it won't with the laptop. It won't connect out here. We don't have Wi-Fi, so.
Oh, okay. So you could run it. You could sort of link it to your phone.
Can you?
Yeah, you can. Can't remember.
I don't know. That sounds. I'd have to have more technical abilities to do that. I would.
Tommy's going to be dancing to the left and dancing to the right, and them going do 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 do.
Oh
Have
boy.
you seen the Dutch fans celebrating? Or celebrating, just having a good time. And you probably don't even know what I'm bloody talking about, do you?
No.
For you peasants over there in America or the US, there's this thing called the European Football Champions. Football as in soccer, but because you actually kick it with your feet, unlike American football where you just pick it up and run with it occasionally.
Right.
But there's the European Championships, and it's who's left? Turkey is playing Holland today, which is the orange, because Holland are orange, which is due to some religious thing. Are they Protestants? Were they orange or were they Catholics? Can't remember. They're playing Turkey, and Switzerland, as in not Sweden, is playing England. And who else has got through? I think France has got through and Spain has got through. So there'll be 4 teams left at the end of today.
Oh.
See, this is why I hear there's a big movement in the US to actually come back and reunite with England again after the 4th of July. They want the 5th of July where they cancel it. Cancel independence.
Oh, well, I don't think we have any true independence over here, but I mean, uh, hmm, hmm.
Yeah, see, Kim gets it.
Yeah, Kim, what did
This
she
is this
say?
is what Australians and Kiwis think about American football. Is they're just a bunch of bloody pansies. They will pad it up, run at each other.
Right, right. They
Just
really
hopeless.
are. Yeah.
You won't go and watch a rugby union game where there's no when they try and pull each other. They have to tape the ears onto their heads. That's why they have tape around their head so their ears don't get ripped off.
What? Not really?
Yeah, that's
Oh
it.
my gosh, that's interesting. Huh. Tape their ears onto their head. Huh. I can't believe that a few people, I guess they're probably not even expecting you to be live, or they might not be, maybe they unsubscribed, because I would think a few people would come up and talk about all the drama that's been going on. There's definitely a few things happening. Mm.
Sorry, who would have come up where? Sorry.
I mean, I'm surprised a few more people haven't come up here and told you about some of the drama happening. There's
I think
a
it's
few
a bit
things
early
going
yet.
on. Yeah, it's a little early, but not, I don't know, not for some of these people, I don't think. Uh-huh. Maybe they don't like you, Telly. They
No,
don't
I
like
think
you.
that's it. I say fuck too much, and I'm an Australian. I got that weird accent.
And then you hang out over at Clowns some, don't you? So it's all about where you go and chat. So,
I did pin a link, didn't I? Pin a fucking link.
oh, is someone actually asking for it?
I thought I did.
You didn't pin it, no. Uh-oh, how'd you get that can, dog? Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Well,
No.
Chantel kept promising me that she was going to come up, and she hasn't fronted yet.
Yeah, kind of. Well, I wanted to pop up and just.
Yeah. Well,
say,
you've got. Oh, there it is, pin. Okay. Now I'm a YouTube god again.
Yeah, right.
I've forgotten how to pin links. You got to be able to pin a link to be a god.
I didn't even know I was doing mine, and I didn't even know. I was just wondering if the link if I dropped the link right in my test. I should go, if I watch it again, I can probably see if, I had the link in there right. Yaddy yaddy. Now what has she got? Puppies are crazy. Puppies are so crazy.
Is it still warm up there, or is it cool down? Did I ask you that? I can't remember.
No, it's yeah, it's warm. Definitely. It's muggy lately.
Is it?
How's the weather there?
Pretty crap. Still,
Crap?
I think it's about 16 Celsius and raining.
Yeah,
whatever that is.
It's been a little rainy here the last few days, but very muggy. But we've had a lot of nice sunshine, and it's been hot. Yeah.
It's about 60 here.
60.
60. 60. Yeah, I worked this morning. I just finished like 6 hours. So that was fun.
That's not too fun. Yeah.
Eloy, why don't you come up and flirt with Quantum Eric?
No. Don't talk about flirting. I don't want to be flirted with. What the hell? But I am surprised, like I said, no one else is up and about. But that's okay. I just want to pop up for a few. I guess I'm gonna hit it down in the chat. Unless you have any other questions, Telly.
Not. Oh, it's just whether there's any drama. Well, is there any drama that you can share?
Well, I'm not.
You seem to
Look at you. You're trying to get
around.
If I talk,
I mean,
I can't really talk about much of it because I feel like I don't know. I'm interrupting you.
No, it's okay. I was cutting you off. I guess you seem to sit there with your popcorn and you watch it rather than getting involved in it.
Do. You're right. Exactly. I don't. Like it's just more interesting. It's kind of like people watching. It's interesting to observe, but. Yeah, you can't, because everyone will claim you're like taking a side when you're like, if I'm just like observing, or not everyone, but certain folks, and then it's very middle school around here, and it's it's pretty cringe. So
yeah.
I
was just trying.
Just go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you got to be careful where you comment. Otherwise, you get blocked in other people's channels.
Yeah, I will share something that like happened yesterday that I was a bit bummed about, but it's not a huge issue because whatever. But Junie was having her stream yesterday morning, and she was going off about Jilly, and I'm not a fan of Jilly per se, but I also listened to part of Jilly's stream last night, and I could see where she was coming from a little bit. And see, that's going to be an unpopular opinion, but there's always like two sides to things. And yeah, Jilly's a massive troll and everything, but wow, yesterday Junie was like threatening, like making death threats. It was like, holy fucking shit. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I get it, and I even get crying and freaking out like you might do, but she's like, I will fucking kill a bitch. I will come. I was like, holy shit. So when Jilly was talking about that last night, and I was kind of like, yeah, like that might have been a bit too far, but I don't know. See, I don't know. What's too far around here? Who fucking knows, right? I don't.
The hard thing to know is really where is the truth as well. It's like, is it a fucking troll? Was it done on purpose? Was it fucking...
Right.
Denying doing it unless you go forensically through it, like Tommy Boy seems to have, so he's got a view on it. It's like, you don't know whether they've just set Juniper up to look bloody whack, but they were actually trolling her on that level. But it seems like Juniper certainly had some anger pent up inside her that she was looking for a trigger to get out. I mean, I think that'd have been sitting there for a while.
Maybe. Well, and she was saying how she's like, I haven't been saying anything. I've just been sitting quiet. And I was kind of a little bit shocked because I said a few things in there, and I told her, well, you should let it out. If this is the case, if she's following, your nephew on Snapchat and la la la, which later from what I've listened to, it didn't seem quite as what she was making it out to be, but who knows for sure. So anyway, she told me, she's like, oh, I think that you like the drama, Quantum, so that's just how I feel. And I was kind of bummed because she's like one of the people I thought, I mean, I don't know what to say. I kind of a little bit bummed me out, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, I guess I see how easy it is to just say that. So I thought to myself, yeah, I could have said a lot more. I wanted to say, yeah, I do kind of mainly come here for the drama, but there's a few good people, and I kind of was thinking, hoping you seem like one of the good people. But then I was kind of shocked at how, I don't know. So people are going to hear this and, oh, well, I don't know what to say. That pretty much rubbed me a weird way, So.
Yeah. I mean, when she's reacting like that, I think anyone gets in the fucking firing
Anyone's
line.
in the crosshairs. Yeah, I noticed that.
They don't take it too fucking personally, seriously. Once she calms down, I think you're pretty harmless. I see.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Laura makes a good point. You don't know how you're going to react until it's your family, which is fine. But some of the stuff, it's like, I don't even know whether is it their family? Are they actually being doxxed? Have you just interpreted something that's been said, in innocence as a.
I don't know. That's the thing.
I know that kind of thing can happen as well, I think.
Right, especially with a lot of times, like, what gets put in chats, like, sometimes you don't know how to interpret, text or what have you. I don't know.
Whereas, if the good guy's involved, it tends to make me think that it's malicious and there's intent behind it, because that's just the way that he operates. But
right,
other people, right. you could just, maybe it's just a comment about someone that just happens to have the same name as a relative of yours. And I was playing a song and someone said, "Oh, that's a dox of someone," and I went, "Fucking is it?" "Oh yeah, what? That's so and so's mother's name." And it was like, for fuck's sake, it was like,
oh, brother.
So you can see them everywhere if you start looking.
Yeah, it's too much. I've never, like, the whole doxing thing around here is just seems like almost like an obsession in general. It's weird, the word, and just how many people talk about it as often as they do. I don't.
Yeah.
Very sensitive about that subject over here.
Yeah, it's just it's a hassle. You don't want people. I think this is probably.
I get it. Yeah, you don't want all that. I guess just like I said, in other channels that places I go on YouTube, but just not, people aren't, talking about. That's not like such a issue. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a sort of an elevated level of paranoia around here with that whole pedophile thing and
right,
deviancy shit. I think that probably adds another level to people's concerns. And it's mostly it's in your imagination about, okay, what's going to happen if they find out my name? It's like, okay,
it does make sense. I'm not saying it doesn't. I get it. Just.
But mostly I think it's in your imagination, it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
Who's going to do what, realistically? Right. Maybe you get some arsehole like John Davis or the good guy that'll call your job and, start saying unpleasant things that you've done just to stir shit up.
Yeah, that is really messed up and definitely sad if someone is losing their job, like Jonathan, and then when people called, TBS's job, but luckily he kept his job. But yeah, that's no good. What can someone actually say to make a person lose their job? I guess I don't get
really.
it.
There's nothing unless it's just an allegation. It's just
right.
An uncomfortable thing where you've had your name smeared and they're going to have to look at it.
See, to me, the way I would look at that, I would be like, I guess, again, this will be probably a whatever opinion, but if someone's going to fire me because someone called and said something weird about me, well, then I would say my boss never really appreciated me, or you get what I mean? Yeah.
They can't, I don't know, what the labor laws are probably tougher in or sort of softer in the States, but there's no way they can get you fired just because somebody rings up and says that, I don't like this person because they do X, Y, Z in private.
Right. That's the thing that
It's not,
confuses me, how this
they
is
they
happening.
can't fly you for that,
Yeah. So why is how is someone getting fired? Like, what is the other person saying that is making a person get fired? I'm very curious on that.
I think the only one I think I've heard of, which was like, it was quite easy to demonstrate that they were using work time to be on social media.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I think that was easy to demonstrate, but as far as,
like I said, you can give them a punishment and not fire them,
Yeah, exactly. It depends whether they're looking for a reason to get rid of you, like you say.
Right. Yes, that too, I would say. And then I'd be like, well, ask them then. I don't want to work here. At least that's the way I've always been. It's just like, if you don't appreciate me and you're gonna, obviously I don't mean that much to the company, and I'm that easy for you to just, but if they're looking for a reason, I mean, well, yeah, I would just say, well, obviously that happened that was meant to happen, I guess, sooner or later, Yeah. Bizarre. Oh, and then I'm bummed because a little bit, I say bummed, and trust me, I don't mean I'm going to cry or yell or do anything crazy when I say bummed. But Locksmith last night I was in FCC's, and Locke is like, or I heard the beginning. I wanted to listen to the whole stream, but then FCC takes his stuff down. So I was like, shoot. But Locke said, he's like, I really don't even want to do live streams anymore. All it is a big hate fest and a bunch of drama. And I mean, yeah, that's true. But I was like, come on, dude. That better not be true. He better continue to go live some. Come on.
Sorry, who was? I missed that. Who was saying that?
Locksmith.
He'll be back. Probably just a bit tired of it all.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, I enjoy his live streams. So.
Yeah, Locke's generally a good. Friday night's a bit of an institution, isn't it? I mean, sometimes it really fires up, and sometimes it can be. It depends who's around, I guess, and what the prevailing mood is. But it can be funny as fuck.
Yeah, he can be very funny, and then it just a lot of stuff can start happening. It's just some interesting interactions. That was like the main thing. I started watching his stream first, like when Hoax. Was because he was over there and he would play, he's like, this is a place to be on Friday night, la la la, Mitch Richmond. So I was like, this has got to, Hoax can be smart, so he probably knows, and this could be good. So I started watching, and I was like, oh yeah, I really like this. So yeah, hopefully I'll come back.
So the Friday night spot is up for grabs, is it? Locke's left a vacuum in the ratings war. There's the Friday night time slot is up for grabs. Who's got the boots that can fill it?
Good question.
I would say, look, there's people fucking retire more than fucking Ozzy Osbourne does. He'll be back on another comeback tour in. How does that work? Can I put you on? I'll put Chantel in a timeout for a minute.
Uh-oh. You need more mods up in your place. I seen that you didn't seem to have. Well, there weren't many there when I was down there.
There's no go button. Why is there no go button? This is timeout 1 minute, and then it won't let me press a button.
About StreamYard myself, I still have a lot to learn. Next time I'll go to the library, like one of the little, rooms where it's more quiet, and it won't be. There was music.
You're going to do a live stream from a library.
From a library.
Is that what you said?
Sure. Why not?
Aren't you supposed to? Why can't I time Chantel out? I won't let me time her out. It goes timeout duration. Click on that, but there's no go button. No. Well, that was disappointing. Yeah, but libraries, aren't you supposed to be quiet in libraries?
No, you missed the part where I said they have like a little study rooms where you have your own room and you shut the door. Or no?
Well, Chantel, why don't you get your ass up here? You're all talk and no bloody action.
Oh, brother. Right. Tell her to get up here. Someone's got to come up here. I feel bad to leave you by yourself, but I'm going to be hopping down.
That's okay.
That's
Understand
okay.
you got
Anywho, yeah, I got stuff.
important things to do.
Yeah, play with my puppy,
Yeah.
dog. Play with my puppy. So, yeah. Okay, so it was fun chatting for a few, and it's good to see you live.
Likewise. We'll keep an eye out for your library stream.
Yeah, I'll be in the study room. I'm going to bring some paintings and decorations so I can liven up the room. It's a very... go ahead.
I was going to say, it'll be Quantum Eric's drag queen story time.
Don't put me anywhere near that craziness. Yeah. All right, well, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, all right, mate. Thanks
Okay,
for
bye.
coming up. See ya.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Bye.
Well, that's it. They've run out of people. There's only cowards down in chat. And I've run out of stuff to say. It's 3:15 in the afternoon here in grey, shitty Sweden, which is the way that it seems to be lately. Not had much of a summer over here. Make sure you're subbed. God. Fkurers. All right, unless anyone has got some interesting things. Yeah, drop Quantum's link, and Chantel, you got a link. You can drop yours if you're going to go and take over the Locksmith Friday stream. And yours too, Laura, if you're going. Are you mod Laura? I can't tell. Laura. If I give you a mod, is that going to fucking cause... Yeah, you can drop a link too, Laura. Laura's going to be under pressure now. She's got a wrench over here that'll cause drama. So go live, Chantel. Quantum Eric. See if I can find it. So I guess what's going to happen now, we're going to have to see a breakdown of... We're going to have to see a breakdown of the Juniper Jilly latest exchange. See whether it was a real troll, whether fucking Psycho Jilly is telling little porcupines and that she and the good guy were doing fucking some little shit stirring. And I'm sure Tommy Boy Studios will we'll drop the evidence on that. Must say it was good to see Juniper making death threats again. That's always entertaining. She does it with such passion, and you know, I feel like she really means it, which is kind of fun. A little bit of an adrenaline dump there, which I think she'd been holding on to for a little bit, so she got a trigger to get that out, which was nice. And she probably had to go next door and steal some weed from a neighbour, a couple of nuggies. Jilly, you're a fucking shit stirrer. Don't know if you're evil. Good guy, you're just a fucking piece of shit, mate. You need to grow the fuck up. Can't believe you're a parent of 2 young children the way you behave, mate. I'd expect that from fucking an adolescent. You need to grow the fuck up. You and your mate, John Davis, the old fake John Davis. All right, so everyone drop links. Well, we'll look forward to the Laura and Chantel Friday night special. It should be interesting. I'm sure it'll be completely drama-free. Just interesting chats from 2 people that you can discuss the use of the letter U in things like behavior and color. That'll be the end of that little relationship. Chantel won't be able to fucking handle that. Dealing with someone who puts a U in the word color. She's a simple girl. Kim. Fucking Kim Spinner. Can't trust Kim. She's a bloody... one of those weird Kiwi. Kim needs to say who invented pavlova. If she gets the answer right, we'll mod her. If she gets it wrong, fucking Kim. We invented it. Keep it. Yeah. All right. Right. I've had enough. I'm going to go and get some melon and some sleep. What music can we play to go out on one of my standards? I need to download some more music too. We're going to do, let's do Bohemian. Oh, did I do that in the way? No, let's get your rocks off. Honey, get your rocks off. Thanks for coming. Well, before you go, sorry, Savvy. Fucking didn't see you down there.
I was like, what the hell? Is he just going to pay me back for all the times I leave him in the basement?
Yeah, that's it. Payback. Fucking you and Angela G. So what's this?
Can you please do me a favor?
Yeah, if I can.
Can you say epic?
No.
Say
Epic.
epic. It's not that hard. It's really easy.
You don't like it when I call it quantum
It's
Eric.
quantum epic.
No, that came from FCC. He was FCC had noticed that she was over at, I can't remember where it was. It was when he was, in one of his moods of, he was watching chats somewhere, and he'd seen Quantum Eric over at someone's chat, along with a few other people. So he duly noted her name. So it's kind of stuck with me, Quantum Eric. So that's why I call her Quantum Eric.
No, it's epic.
I know, but I call her Quantum Eric because that's what FCC called her.
Say epic. Okay, I'm out. Go back to your song. That was good.
Okay. That's it. All right, mate. Have a good, what day is it? Saturday. Yeah. Time for bed here.
Yeah, I gotta be to work in like 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been asleep yet. We got up, started work at 1:45 this morning. And it's been about 12 hours now, so I need to sleep. All righty, Savvy. Take it easy.
It is.
Get your rocks off, honey, shaking now.